G'day everybody, Wong here. Today's video is going to be about what used to be my personal favorite gun for a very long time, the L86A1. This is the level 0 support weapon, and it used to have a thing where if you chucked the heavy barrel on it, it would become a 3-shot kill, and it had of course, a 775 fire rate, and a 3-shot kill on that fire rate was actually the second fastest killing gun in the game. Now, the new L86 is not quite the same. Now, granted, I do think the new L86 does feel really good, and I actually enjoy it a lot. I think it's really fun to use. I would actually say it feels like a mix between the AK-74 and the HK-419, but it has a few downsides in other areas that aren't DPS and things. I'll be talking about that later though. And yeah, so in this video I'm going to go over the stats, the time to kill, and the bullets to kill of this weapon. And as always, I'm going to mention any outliers that I notice. Another thing I'm going to do is compare it to all the other weapons that support can get, because right now it's only one of 4 weapons support can get. And then I'm going to show off some builds that I would recommend. And yeah, so anyways, moving on with the video. Alrighty, so moving on to the stats of the L86. So, first thing I'm going to mention is the running speed is 5% slower than default. So, if you're using this gun, you will notice this. You do run slower. On top of that, you have to play support, which doesn't have any light armor or light bag options, so you'll be walking slowly. I think the running speed on the gun on top of the support armor choices does make it noticeable, and that doesn't mean that this gun is absolutely bad, but it means that you can't run it like you'd run the HK-419, and you do have to, it's a lot more positioning based, in my opinion, this weapon, just due to that. So in my opinion, that's a good thing, and it makes it fit more into a light support like role as opposed to an assault rifle role. But anyways, let's move on to the rest of the stats. I just want to get that out of the way really fast, that the running speed makes this fit its role a lot more. So the damage on this thing is 31, just like the AK-74, but instead of its fire rate being 670 like the AK-74, it's 775. So that's a lot more than the AK-74. So your time to kill comes down to 232 milliseconds because they 4-shot on body armor or flesh, sorry, and then it shoots a lot faster than the AK-74. So this gun definitely kills faster than the AK-74. Now, it's not quite as good as the 825 fire rate on the HK-419, but with this fire rate, you get a vertical recoil of 1.2 and a horizontal of 1, which is actually pretty good, considering its DPS. So imagine an AK-74 that shoots a bit faster, but has a bit more recoil. Not quite as much as the HK, but still a bit more than the AK-74. I actually personally think that this recoil is manageable, and I really enjoy using this gun even at longer ranges. Now, we have the reload time of 3.84, which isn't that great, to be honest. They did buff it a little while ago, but it still doesn't feel super duper quick. This is actually one of the few guns that I don't run the ERC grip on. I run the ERC grip on a lot of guns on my high KPM builds, but I actually, due to the running speed, I value positioning a lot more, and in a good position that's nice and far away, I've actually been valuing recoil more than reload speed, which is actually not normally what I do, but I've decided to make this gun feel like an AK-74 with even more range, pretty much, or kills faster at range, is pretty much how I run this gun. But anyways, let's have a look. Anything else to mention? Aim down times 0.3, which isn't that great. It's not like fantastic, but I personally, all of these things, like the aim down, the running speed, and the reload speed, make this gun feel like a light support weapon and not like an assault rifle, which is good in my opinion. It's like an assault rifle that you have to sit back and use like a support weapon. So all these downsides, yeah, make the gun a worse gun, but in my honest opinion, it fits the balance really well and makes this gun feel balanced. Because if we didn't have these downsides, this would just be a better AK-74 and I could run around and shred people up close, but I can't, which I think is fantastic. So it's got good DPS and kind of bad peripheral stats. Yeah, so I think that's honestly the only thing to mention. Also, I mention this every time I get a 31 damage weapon. If you chuck a heavy or a light barrel or long barrel, sorry, on this, you will be getting a thing where if you headshot someone, even with a helmet, you then only need 2 body shots. So to make your time to kill very competitive. And that actually helps this gun even compete up close when you're caught off guard. So yeah, so that's something to mention. 31 damage. Anyways, moving on to the standings of this weapon. Alrighty, so here are all the weapons that are available to the support class. The L86, the one we're mentioning, the M249, the MG36, and the Ultimax 100. Now, the MG36 is a more reliable 3-shot because it doesn't require a headshot. But in my opinion, its really slow reload speed and high recoil means that I feel like I can't get the value of that damage as often as I can get the value from the L86. Now, if the support had more light armor options, I might prefer the MG36. That means I can get the benefits of the high damage, you know, the close range high damage a lot more, because I'd be able to force that situation more often. But right now the support is a slow class, so it actually values guns that are more versatile, a lot more than the other classes do. So I actually will put the L86 above the MG36. I'm also going to put it over the Ultimax 100, just because I think that my kills per minute potential with the L86 is higher, just due to its faster time to kill. Now, I actually personally prefer bringing the L86 over the M249. Now, does that mean it's actually a better gun though? I actually honestly think it's a little bit hard to tell. The M249 is like an M2 is like an M4 with 100 rounds, but the L86 is like a HK with less recoil. It's a really tough balance. I honestly think that the L86, if I were to give the best player I know the L86, I think that would perform better than if I gave them the M249. I genuinely think that. So I'm going to say the L86 feels like the best support weapon right now. I honestly though, in the comments down below, please do check a messaging. I'm honestly willing to be convinced that the M249 is better. I even right now I'm flip-flopping in my head, but maybe that means they're even. Who knows? Maybe they're pretty even. So right now I'd say the L86 is a very valuable pick if you're playing support, and I think you shouldn't feel bad if you're picking it. But I do think that if you're picking the MG36 or the Ultimax 100, you don't have to feel bad either. But the L86 and the M249, with a bit of practice, you probably would do better with those weapons. But anyways, moving on to the next section, which will be the builds that I run on these guns. Alrighty, so the first build that I'm going to recommend is this build. It's the SE5 grip, tactical barrel, and quick aim mag. Now, the SE5 is a mix between horizontal and vertical recoil benefit, and then the tactical barrel reduces your vertical even more. And I also recommend the quick mag. The quick mag does make your recoil a smidge worse, but honestly, I think it's totally worth it to help bring that reload time down. Now, a thing is, I actually personally do not run this, but the reason I recommend it is because on this fire and this damage, you honestly can be getting pretty good DPS for this recoil level at level 0. This is a level 0 gun. If you put in a bit of time, like you newer players, and you run this build, I think you'll find that you can get really nice long range kills. Granted, you have to have a very slow play style, but I actually think it could be worth it, especially if you're the kind of person who's used to sort of take a gunfight, duck behind cover, take a gunfight, duck behind cover. That sort of play style will work really well for this gun at longer ranges. But moving on to the build that I actually personally run, and that is the vertical grip, long barrel, and the quick mag. Now, I run this because I personally have a lot of time in, I can practice recoil, and the long barrel makes your horizontal a smidge better, but makes your vertical recoil pretty bad, so I get the vertical grip to negate the downside. I actually think the horizontal with the benefit from the long barrel, which isn't too much, but with the benefit from the long barrel, actually the horizontal is pretty tameable, and I think the vertical is the main problem. So that's why I've chucked the vertical grip on, and I'm running the long barrel instead of the heavy barrel. Now, this is really, really good, and for me, with a lot of practice, I can actually get a lot of long range kills in, and I feel like this is a very fun weapon to use. It feels like I'm using an AK-74, but I can do multi-target a little bit better just because my time to kill is that much faster. Yeah, I really enjoy this build. The playstyle I recommend for the L86 is really, really good positioning because of all the things I mentioned, like the bad reload, the bad move speed, and the bad aim down time. This is a very good position-based gun. Now, granted, because you have fast time to kill, these good positions could be very up close. They just have to be, you know, an actual bit of cover, like you're crouching up and down behind something as opposed to rounding a corner. So if you're on a close rooftop, that could be good. Even a far rooftop's good too, to be honest. Or if you're on a rock overseeing other enemies who are looking at you, this gun is totally fine at head-on gunfights because the time to kill with a headshot is actually pretty good. So if you're behind a rock or a building or a sandbag and you're versing another enemy who's behind a sandbag, that's totally fine. A lot of other guns struggle against enemies who are aiming back. This gun does not. Granted, on a flank, this gun can clean up too, but I just want to mention, in a head-on gunfight, you can do totally fine. So trying to play on the front line with this, don't be running around a lot. Try to have somewhere where you can sit still. It's honestly the best play for this weapon. When I say sit still, I mean, you know, crouch up and down, but I don't mean running from two different bits of cover. It's a lot harder with this weapon to maneuver. That's probably the only real playstyle tips I can give, to be honest. The gun does feel a little crazy with the recoil at first, but I'm sure with a bit of practice, a lot of players can get it down. Maybe within your first 100 kills with the gun, it'll be tough, but from then on, it'll be smooth sailing. So yeah, that's the playstyle notes for this gun, and as always, on to the live commentary.
Mr. One!
Yo, what's going on?
Sammy.
Alright, let's do a live commentary. Let's do it. I didn't know if I'd do one for this match because we've just been getting a few bad matches in a row where, because people vote random on this server, nighttime maps in the last 5 minutes, so of course I can't do a live commentary for that, but Now we've got a full length dom match incoming. I may as well do it. Using the L86, I'm running vert grip with long barrel at the moment. I can't reload or shoot or... There we go. Random. I couldn't shoot or reload or anything.
They changed the map. Or it's just me?
They didn't change the map, but on domination the objectives are in different places. That might be what he's thinking, I'm not sure. Anyways, I gotta really learn to ignore the chat, but and not read it. I might as well turn it off in a moment. I'm about to get killed here, this person knows where I am. Never mind, they didn't know where I was. That's my bad, I thought they did. Alright, let's keep moving.
Yo, this is post-commentary Wong here. I just wanted to say, you can probably tell that I'm pretty frustrated going into this game. Just had a bunch of matches, as I said, that were just only 5 minutes long, or just weren't very good matches and things like that, and it'd been taking a really long time to get this recording, but do not feel stressed or bad or anything, because by the end of this game, I actually have a really, really fun match, and I had a really great time. So I'm being a bit of a crybaby about it, but don't even stress. It'll pick up in a moment. Honestly, right now, for some reason today, I'm not feeling as good about playing. I don't know. I just think that I think I'm a bit just burnt out due to doing... It's kind of like now, I've got a lot of different projects that are to do with this game. It's like, you know, I hop on just to play and I'm not as, like, having as good a time. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. I also, honestly, just wish the easy anti-cheat bug was fixed, because I like this server every now and again that I'm playing on. It's like a high KPM server called BattleBit OCE, and it's really fun, but I genuinely just want to hop on Conquest every now and again and just chill, but it's really, really hard because with the easy anti-cheat bug, less and less people hop on the servers that run that in Australia. So it's like really hard to get a match at Conquest. So it just feels like a big, like, you have to be rushing and dying over and over and over again. Or not rushing and dying, really it's rushing, getting 10 kills and then dying, but it's like, I still don't want to do that, you know, I want to play some Conquest, so it's a bit tough. So at the moment with the OCE community, a bunch of members are really helping out, which is awesome, but a bunch of us are creating a 4v4 server to have something a bit more competitive and something that's a little bit different to normal BattleBit, but at the moment we're trying to figure out the best rule set, and I personally, not that my word will mean as much as other people's, but I'm just saying what I personally hope comes out of it. I'm personally hoping for something that requires a lot more like strategy as opposed to like aim and stuff, but I know that a lot of the people we have playing right now are like probably thinking a little different. I don't know, we'll have to see, honestly, we'll have to see, but I don't blame anyone for thinking different, because I'm just one of like many people, you know, so if I think that I want it a particular way, that might not be what the whole OCE community wants, you know what I mean, and that's totally fine. I just want to make a server that like people can hop on and have something fun to do that doesn't require a big queue, because in OCE we really don't have a whole bunch of players, so it'd be good to get something that has a way smaller player count, which in this instance is going to be 4v4, which should be pretty easy to get 8 players together. Right now we've been running test matches kind of every night, and yeah, it's been going really, really well. And we've actually been able to get matches going every night and actually rotate through players and things, so yeah, we've actually been able to get players, which is really fun. And right now it's on Rush, which is pretty cool, and we've decided that Rush is good. It just requires a bit of strategy on Rush, and I'm going to be making a video that's sort of like a trailer for the server, but also I just want to do like a general info on the server itself and like kind of do like update videos, and I'm going to talk about the rule sets and things and talk about what we've done, because right now all we're doing is we've banned the UMP, which is going pretty well, and we have made it so no buildings are allowed apart from concrete barriers, because Hesco's and things were way too good at stopping people from planting the bomb. And that's what we've done, and it's been really, really good so far, and we're slowly iterating off of player feedback and things, and yeah, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun, honestly. But it takes a lot of my time, and that's why my upload schedule is going to be a little bit less, not less consistent. I'll try to make a consistent schedule, but it's going to have less total videos, like maybe it'll be 3 a week on particular days instead of 1 every single day, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so right here I'm heading back to B, because it's the enemies have this objective, so the chance of there being enemies there is a lot higher. Now granted, there's a lot of teammates there capturing, so now I don't want to go there anymore, so I got to make a decision. C looks like it's the next best port of call because enemies are taking it. I wouldn't go to E earlier, just because going to E is tough, because then if I go to E and cap it and my teammates have D, I now have to run all the way back through D just to fight enemies, which takes a really long time. Now granted, if I was a vehicle player, that might not be a problem at all, and I might just go for that objective, but I am not a vehicle player, and this server doesn't have vehicles, so I can't do that. Not that I would anyways, I'm doing a gun review. But I'm just saying, like, for example, if you're like a Little Bird pilot, that might not be a consideration. I don't know, it might be. I'm not too sure. I'm not a very good vehicle player, to be honest, so that definitely could be a consideration I'm not thinking about. Let's have a look here. I just missed my shots there. That was just me playing bad. This gun actually has like pretty low recoil in this setup, so it actually has a pretty good consistent damage at range, which I'm a really big fan of. I'm trying to think about what else is like some notes for this gun. If you like the AK-74, my bet is you actually might enjoy this gun. The reload's a bit slower on this gun if I remember correctly. Maybe it's the fast reload that's slower. But yeah, this gun with heavy barrel is really good, or long barrel even. I think I was getting spawn protection on that first enemy I was shooting, because they didn't die very quickly at all. But I'm not too sure because I didn't see the shield appear, so I'm not too sure if they did actually get spawn protection there. Probably going to go to D now that the teammates are capping this. Now that I'm level 200, I'm going to walk off this objective and don't really care about getting the XP, because my teammates are going to cap it anyway, so me being there wouldn't help at all. So I'm going to walk off and head over to C. I saw that guy jump there. I don't think he's going to turn around, so I'm going to keep moving. That person played really good to walk out of my aim just then. I still tagged them up pretty heavy, but they did a really good job. Oh yeah. That's pretty lucky I killed this guy. Honestly, I was not expecting an enemy to be there on my right, so I was pretty lucky that he was turned around. Might do this to dodge that guy underneath me. Okay, let's have a look, see what kind of kills we can get in this building. I saw a stack of enemies in here earlier. There we are, got one. Let's have a look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go, that's pretty good. The guy on the stairs, if he commed, there's a guy running down the stairs, they probably wouldn't have all died, but he didn't comm at all. Gonna protect my teammate there, that's Anima. He actually, that player who was running around on my team, he actually has been playing in our playtest. It's been really fun. He's a lot better than I thought. I hadn't really versed him too much in actual public matches like this, but in our closed playtest, of course, if he plays, because it's only 4v4, the chance of me versing him is really high. He was much better than I ever expected. He played really good. Yeah, it was just really fun versing him. Same with the player Local 5X, who's actually in the Tono clan at the moment. Just, they might be switching, but yeah, they're in the Tono clan at the current minute. And yeah, they're an absolute legend, and I got to play some games with them, and they were really good. They're definitely a much better player than I am in pretty much... I would say this person Local, who's now in the 4A, big sad, but they're in the 4A clan now, and they're really good. They're pretty much... This is how I would describe it. I would say that they are like a good portion better at pretty much every aspect of the game. So they're pretty much just a way better player than me, and huge respect to them. They were really fun to play with, and they're very like chill and stuff. So yeah, anyways, thanks for joining the playtest, Local. I'm trying to think, we've had Local, we've had Anima. We're going to try and get Snoozing in for one, and he was pretty keen to have a game. Who else we have? Spurious here has been helping us set up the pug bot. Autumn was really good in the playtests. Anybody else here? Not too sure about Freeze. There's someone else called Freeze who's joined the server. I don't know if it's the same person though, but yeah, anyways, thank you guys for joining the playtests. It's been really fun having a game, and we're looking to have even more people. Like, if you guys are just chill and you're not even like a comp player, hop in, because we're looking to kind of make it something that everybody in OCE can play, and not just comp players, not just people who are like cracked already. We want people who are more like strats players to have a go. Dang, that's a shame. My draw speed was a little low there, so when I was mid-air, my bullets weren't going straight. That's a shame. Oh, whoopsies, I spawned in and died right away. Let me respawn. Alright, let's have a look here. C is probably the best protocol because the enemies are capturing it. I want to not be in this situation. I want to try and get a flank going again, to be honest, because the flanks have been working really well. Damn, that's a big shame. Killed 2 people there, but Spurious definitely iced me off the end of that. Alright, let's have a look here. You know what, let's head back to where Spurious is, see if we can get a refrag. Oh, not refrag, it wouldn't be a refrag, but let's see if we can kill Spurious. Probably not in this situation. Very tough spot here, very tough spot. I'm gonna do this and heal up. I want to try and get these peaks going, because my time to kill on this gun isn't too bad at all. I just need to hit a headshot, really. Oh, that's a shame. I honestly thought I killed him. That's my bad.
Mr. Wong, no.
That's so funny. I had the Garak equipped. I'm so used to having the M9 and the Glock equipped that I thought I'd killed him, and I kind of stopped shooting there. But that was a really good kill from him either way. He was definitely caught off guard, but he still managed to sink the kill on me, which is good. This would probably be a really good spot, to be honest. Something really nice and high up, because this gun has very good range, so it's actually good for me to use this advantage right here. With other guns, you might not be able to hit every shot from this range, but this gun's recoil means that you probably can. Bad luck there locally. Probably didn't expect someone to be on the roof there. Probably, honestly, was just in a bit of a pinch. That's the guy who killed me with a pistol a second ago, so no, Muko, no. You know what I mean? But anyways. Alright. I still want to get to C, but honestly, crossing the open gap there, like the ravine, is, ooh, that's my bad, I just turned off my brain. Crossing the open gap there is really hard, so I don't really want to. I might try to sit here for a bit longer until my teammates take the whole burger building. They sort of have. I guess they have, honestly. You know what, let's just consider it they have, and let's move off. The reason I use that as a kind of a reason to walk off is because if my teammates have taken the burger joint, enemies aren't going to be kind of getting into my range. They're going to be even further, and that's way out of my range, so once they've taken the burger joint, I'll move off the roof because the usefulness will be gone. Okay, let's have a look here. There's that person. Let me revive Clang Clang here. I saw you. Alrighty, let's move over. Let's go around here and try to kill the players I saw flanking. There's one. I got an assist 32, I assume that's them. I saw a player here, they're using a black hood. This could be local, which means I could die, but I'm going to try and take a head-on gunfight anyways. Nope, never mind, probably wasn't them. Let's have a geese. Don't know, I can't tell. Arm is shot off. Didn't have the black hood, so probably wasn't. Dang, good kill from Snoozin there. I missed my shots. That was a really good kill from Snoozin. Okay. This is tough. Right now I'm just trying to get these kind of weird angles standing on top of things because, dang, that's a shame. This gun's time to kill is actually pretty good if I hit a headshot. It's still a smidge slow, but, what do you call it? If I am in a slightly weird spot that throws off their aim only just by a little bit, that actually might be enough for me to actually get the kill when I shouldn't. So that's why I'm trying to sit in kind of weird locations and up high and things like that. Up high as well and far away, I do just because it's like harder for enemies to hit shots on a far away target. Whereas for me, it's not too hard because my gun's got really good recoil. Damn, that's a shame. Was I no-regging that guy there? I don't know about you guys. I might have to watch back the footage if I remember to see me shooting that guy because that felt like I was no-regging him. But not that was why I died or anything. It was just an interesting thing to notice, you know. This is tough. This is a really tough spot. See, right now what I want to do is play this weird angle. People over there don't expect me to be here. People up close don't expect me. Never mind, that guy did. Never mind. He was, I don't know if he expected me, actually. I think the guy who killed me did, of course, but the guy who was up front, I don't think expected me. I hate being in this position. Yeah, that's why. I should have built. I was trying to build, in fact, but I kind of, my mind was kind of half distracted by picking up my mag and things like that. But I definitely should have gone for building there. Let's reload. Let's use this long-range angles to get some kills. See, as you guys can see here, look how strong this is. All I have to do is hit one headshot, which isn't too bad with this recoil. And my gun kills at a very competitive rate. But this kind of position really helps me get that headshot in positions where those enemies can't hit all of their shots. Now, if I didn't have this cover here, I wouldn't do this, because right now I'm far away and I'm behind cover, making me a very small target. I'm just going to keep farming like this, honestly. I'm cool with snipers. I don't think they're actually good enough to hit me if I'm moving left and right like I am. I'm going to actually ammo resupply this person, even though he's grabbing it from the box, just for points. That's like a cool thing you can do. That should be a good show off. Right there, I only got 460 points, and that guy was completely out of ammo, which honestly is a very rare situation that you're resupplying someone who's completely out. In my opinion, the ammo, you should get way more points per resupply. Okay, the enemies are starting to shoot back and actually hit shots, and I'm bleeding. So I'm going to use up my bandages, get them back from the ammo pack here, and then I'll revive this person, why not? Never mind, they gave up. I'll get my bandages back, and then I will walk off of this roof, because it's now starting to not work, and enemies are starting to get into a position where they hit all of their shots. So I'm going to switch to a different position. Let's have a look. That person was jumping around a lot, but I broke their armor, so their next gunfight is going to end very quickly. That's if the person on our team who shoots them hits them. I hear footsteps. They're very loud, so I assume people are going to come up the stairs very soon. Never mind, the stairs are broken. That's interesting. I'll go down with Anima. I know they're a very good player, so I might refrag off of them instead, because they're good enough for me to refrag off of and, you know, actually feel like they have my back. That's a very rare situation that you've played with someone, so you know how good they are, but I just know that that teammate I was running behind is good, so I'm willing to go into a dangerous position like this, and hopefully we both can get some kills. Okay, damn, that was a really nice sniper round. It could have been a body shot. I think I was actually low enough health for a body shot to kill me there, but it's a big shame. Oh, you know what? This is a terrible spot, but I'll get up here. Oh my god. I'll give him ammo. Thank you, soldier. Let's roll with this guy for a bit. I think he's new, just because he's using the SV98 with what looks like an 8 times, and a stubby grip, meaning he doesn't have enough kills for an air grip. I'll res this person. I hit drag and look to the right here to drag them all the way close. I don't know if looking around actually does anything, but we'll see. All right, let's stick with this sniper here. Let's chill with this guy for a bit. Oh, well, here we go. He's moving. He's moving. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Let's go this way. Let's try to keep this guy alive and get some kills. Okay. He's got his pistol out. That's a good choice for this close range sort of gunfights. Going up the rope here is actually a good choice because we know that there's teammates on our left. Oh, dang! I was actually going to say teammates on our left, teammates on our right, we're fine. But turns out there weren't teammates on our right. That was a bad miscalculation from me. Let me keep giving Big Daddy ammo here. I'm pretty sure Big Daddy's a fan of the channel because he said hello when I was in, which was very nice. I always like people saying hello, so thank you, Big Daddy, for saying hi. I'm a big fan of saying hi to people. I'm trying to make really good content here, and I don't know, I'm trying to make, it's like hard to explain, but it's like the high KD/KPM community is very different from the casual community. But here's the thing, I think that the casual community, and when I say casual community, I really do mean you know what, I'm going to say the frontline community and the conquest community. I think they're very different players, and the playstyle is very, very different. I've now tried the high KPM gameplay of like picking the P90, picking the ump, and trying to get as many kills as I can. And like, look, there are players, me only trying it for about, I would say, about a total of 10 matches giving it a go. And I would say that the players who have been doing it for a lot longer are much better than me. As expected, they're cracked. Like Raiden, Shogun, Snoozin, Local. I'm trying to name some more OCE players who are just much more cracked than me. I would say on average, they get around 20 extra kills than me on average per match, which 20 extra kills per match is pretty good. And when I say 20 extra kills, I don't mean, oh, here and there. I mean, they consistently drop that plus 20, meaning that they consistently, in situations where aim is required to get a good flank, their aim and their movement is better than mine. Per match, which means that they're definitely way better players than me. I would even say that Local is a hidden gem player, and he actually gets a lot more than that very often. Now, granted, I think that that's like a really, really cool thing, and I do think that that is indeed skill-based, even though the playstyle is very, like, minimizing time as opposed to making the best decisions sort of thing. It's sort of like, make as many decisions as possible, even if they're high risk, high reward, just because your aim, if it's good enough, in pub matches like this, or public matches, sorry, like this, are very, very easy to kind of make a high risk decision, and then your aim just kind of makes up for it. Like, you're totally fine. Like, your aim will totally make up for bad decisions. That doesn't mean that they're not making good decisions. It just means that these players are very in tune with the exact amount of risk required in a public match in OCE, you know what I mean? Like that's what kind of thing they're good at. Whereas we have a lot of players like No Light, for example, who might not drop 200 kill games, but he does drop a consistent 100 plus. Kind of like me, I feel like I'm in that sort of exact range where it's like, I do hit to the casual audience what seems like a high kill game, but to these high KPM players, if I'm not trying my hardest and I'm just running around with the L86 like I am now, the kills I'm getting definitely are below average for them. You know what I mean? Whereas players like No Light, and I would even say Prox is like this, and I would say Uncle Doug is actually like this. He's more of like a chill player, but he still manages to get pretty good KDs. I'd say all of these players are like, we're sort of more looking for a game that like is very satiating, you know, and requires like a shit ton of like KD sort of thoughts and like lowering risk. That was a really good movement there from Superius.
Okay. Let me get you.
Dude, I heard space. Gosh dang. Thank you for the heal, homie. God damn, my hero. Gosh dang. That was amazing.
Thanks for the stinky.
Alrighty, that was really... Also, I just want to say, Spurious, if you watch my content, right here when you were doing the jumping around, that was fantastic movement. I think that you actually understand something that even the high KPM players don't, where your movement... I'm sure you already know this because you seem like an experienced player, but your movement was fantastic because he, as you guys saw, he was doing the jumping around stuff, but because he was actually jumping through me, that actually makes it so to hit him I have to do a complete 180 with my mouse, which is actually really, really hard, especially considering if I do the 180 and he's jumped back, I now have to go like this to shoot him, which is incredibly difficult. Whereas if he stood at this distance and did the jumping around, I could actually track him relatively easily. Maybe not here, maybe that actually is the perfect distance, but a bit closer it would have been easy, or even a bit further away it would have been easy. But there's like a medium distance where it's hard, and then up close is incredibly hard. And he made the right choice there of jumping inside me, which was just the best play. And yeah, it was actually GG. It was a shame that you lost there. I think he lost due to his 20 round mag on his foul being short, not due to me being good. I think he lost due to he was probably taking on a lot of players and then happened to run into me afterwards when his mag was short. That's what I assume happened. But you know, if you're watching, tell me what happened in the comments. You might not remember because, you know, that many gunfights per match you probably don't remember. But anyways, let's also another thing is let's analyze the leaderboard here. Let's have a look. Snoozer 97 kills. I think he's doing something a little different for this round. Local, look at that, 138, right? Now, granted, if I was running UMP and I was sweating balls and I was going good, I might have 110, maybe. Honestly, I actually doubt that. I actually have been having a tough game. But Local would be very, very ahead of me. And the thing that I want to say here is I know Local's good because not only that, but he consistently gets ahead of me. I have a lot of other people on here who sometimes beat me out and sometimes do, sometimes don't. I'm trying to think of a player that's a good example. This is when I'm using the UMP or the P90 and I'm rushing. When I'm using these guns, these players beat me consistently, and I'm sort of just chill playing as opposed to like KPM farming. But no, I really do think that I don't know, I just want to say that we've got a lot of people in OCE who are like outstanding players who can consistently get well ahead of me. And I just think that we need a server where here's the thing, right? In pub matches, in these matches where it's like public games where we all just queue in and there's 127 players, these players shine heavily and they get a crap ton of kills. I really want to build this comp 4v4 server where players like Autumn, which he already does by the way, can shine a lot. And Spurious, I want you to be able to hop on and really, really shine. And you know, let's have a look. Me and Game Worm, maybe we can play a bit better. Honestly, me and Worm, I think our passion more lies in like watching matches as opposed to playing. Salt, the BBOCE mod, he played really good on the 4v4s. He actually was playing fantastic. In the 4v4, which I'll be explaining in a video, spawns are valued heavily, and Salt always had really, really good spawns. Adama played fantastically. He's playing really good now, but he played amazingly on the 4v4 server. I might even ask Boris. Boris plays pretty good 1v1s. Yo, Boris plays really good 1v1s on this server. Oh, hell yeah, what do you think? Are you liking it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
You need to unlock a few more attachments. Yeah,
for sure, I agree. SG is an attachments gun, I do fully agree. Off rip, it's not as good as other guns, in my opinion. The recoil's nice and low, but, you know, if you want to lean into the reload thing, you got to get attachments. Oh, I'm going to head back to B here. Sorry, I've been a bit out of match with my mind, and I'm not going to lie. I started this match having like I was in a bit of a bad mindset where I was like, all day I just kind of do stuff to do with BattleBit and I want to chill a bit. But honestly, this match has turned me around. I've had a lot of fun this match. This has been really, really fun, and I actually had a really fun match. And this has been great. Honestly, partly because GG by the way, 98-21. I was really hoping to get a plus 100 here. I definitely could have. I just, you know, sat there looking at the scoreboard and wanted to talk about the 4v4 thing, but yeah, I don't know. I just think we need someone we can value. I'm gonna unmute these two. I don't know why I had them mute. I think it was because they were playing music, and for YouTube, it's pretty bad for what do you call it? Like copyrighted music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, local cracked game. Local 150 there on Dom. Very nice. Very, very nice. But yeah, I took to Spurious last night for the first time. They're a player who's a young player who used to play a lot of Krunker, which if you guys don't know Krunker, it was like another very competitive game with similar graphics. And yeah, anyways, and we had a chat. Yeah, and it was really nice talking to them, and they definitely have got some really good opinions on the game and things. And yeah, anyways, I just want to say we talked to a lot of players, and it's really good seeing you guys in the match after playing 4v4. Like in 4v4, Autumn kills me a lot. But in this, I kill him a lot. Who knows why? You know what I mean?
Spurious, I haven't versed in 4v4, but I really would like to, because I would say I do not recognise their name until last night they talked to me on Discord, but I'd really like to see them on 4v4 to see how good they are. Salt, I generally don't see you doing that crazy mad, like, you know, like, on the leaderboards on this, but in 4v4, Salt was a very valued player just due to the spawns. I don't know, anyways, I know I'm kind of rambling and saying the same things over and over, but, yeah, no, anyways, this is a really fun match, and thank you guys for watching.